Hello everyone, my name is Michael Young and welcome back to Factorio using the C-Block mod pack on the 0.16 patch. So last time we spent a lot of time dealing with our power situation, and I think we have it sorted out. We'll find out if that's true, but I'm feeling more confident in this than I have been in the past. Let's get some lights. We've got, we doubled up this, so we're producing much more carbon, we're producing a lot more CO2. CO2 is good in our pipes right now, but that's because we added all those algae farms, now they're limited by their mineral production, their mineralized water. So we've got full carbon dioxide, or full-ish carbon dioxide, as you get down the pipe. But now we're starting to run into pipe problems, where we're seeing that these are not able to output because the pipes are not clearing fast enough. See, down here there's plenty of room for pipes to clear. Plenty of room in our pipes, but it's not sloshing through the pipes fast enough for the factories to continue outputting. It's because we're using stone. If we move to iron, we'll have incredible gains. All the other pipes in the game are bugged. They don't work. They would go from anywhere to anywhere in less than a second because and when there's nothing there, let me just show you this. Because it's so silly. There. Well, let me just go like this. Well, that's stable. Wait a minute. There. It does this stupid thing where all the carbon dioxide, all the contents of the pipes fly back and forth from end to end of the pipe all day long. Every tick, it flips from being all stacked one way to all stacked another way, which is bugged. I mean, it would let me really supply everything. It would work really well, but I'm not using it because I have some pride. So this isn't even working anymore, because we've moved it away from water. Do we need it to work? I mean, eventually we're going to. So the next obvious step, is to replace this whole mess down here with more electrolyzers so that these will be supplied with mineralized water. I'm a little hesitant to take that step. How are we doing on mineralized water here? See, I'm surprised at how much this crystallizer can eat. A single crystallizer is able to eat just a ridiculous amount of mineralized water. Oh, don't do that. Don't make paper. I keep on waiting for the point where we need to add another one, but it has not yet come. Let's make sure science is going. I can't get through there again. I can't get through there because this isn't doing anything. Let's just go ahead and move it. So this isn't flush. I want it to be completely filled. It can be. I mean, this amount of algae farms produce more than this can consume. So if it's not producing, that means we have idle time. Though it sure doesn't look like it. Here, this is idle. Yeah, because the mineral. Okay, so the mineralized starts getting dear on this side because we're producing it way over on that side. And the carbon, actually, that's a nice little balance. So that if we start running out of carbon, then factories on this side will start shutting down. If we start running out of mineralized, factories on this side will start shutting down. Just because of the pipe problems. So I'm a little reluctant to put strain on my power supply. Let's see, what are they burning at? They are burning at about 80, 78%, 70, 80%. Well, 22 of 30, whatever that works out to. Let's build some windmills. I mean, we've kind of been moving away from windmills. I mean, that's kind of been the whole purpose of building all this algae stuff. But I want to build some windmills to make sure that, just to get some efficiency going. And I was thinking, do we need to build another crystallizer for this? And I don't think we do. See, I'm curious about that cupric sorting. Like, what's the virtue of that? That's crotinium, steartite, and bobmonium. Bobmonium already gives you tin ore. So what's the point of that? I mean, the virtue of this is you get manganese. Why do I care about this? I don't know. I don't care about that right now. I'm not using any of the advanced techniques for smelting, so I'm not that worried about it. Eventually I'm going to want paste, and to do stuff with paste. And burning cellulose into methanol. Do we ever look for this? We were looking for cracking. Figure out, where does our oil begin? Cracking acid gas, that's what we were saying it begins. No, that wasn't it. That was getting confused. Fuel oil. They changed it. They changed a lot of gas stuff up. Interesting. Brought from crude oil. We don't have crude oil in the game though. I don't believe. The source of oil might be this now. Like, there might not be another way to get to, like, propane. Except by doing farming. It used to all be about burning and washing coal. But I'm not seeing those recipes anymore. No? We need to research something at least. Let's go for the paste. So let's get some steel production going so we can make more windmills. And of course, we'll need to make more ground to put windmills on, but that's fine. But I would love for my windmills to be like about half of what my steam engines are producing, which would mean doubling them. Because their steam engines are producing 11.2 and, well, no, it would go down 2.9. So let's see. In total, we're producing 13, 14. So 2/3 of 14 would be 28 divided by 3, which would be 9.5, 9 1/3. So I want to basically make another 2. About maybe 1.5, 1 2/3 megawatts worth of wind turbines, which would be about another 120-ish. I don't know. I'm bad at on the fly, mental math. I think that's about right though. Something on the order of 100 to 200 more windmills. And that will let us knock out the rest of the red science while we're at it. And in the meantime, I want to learn more about farming. Because I am very interested in this farming. I've been storing this mud to turn it into soil eventually. And I want to see, is this farming just intended as another way of getting mineral gas? Or is it oil? Or mineral sludge? Or what? I don't know. I want to just follow the recipes and look around. So it all starts with the gardens, and there's 3 different types of gardens, though I only have, at the moment, access to 1. So let's look at these individually. And the way interesting, I probably screwed up there. So these, to take a garden and a fertilizer and produce another garden. So actually, those are different. These are advanced, but they have the exact same. It says they're 2 different recipes, but they have the exact same thing going on. Wait a minute. Let's write this stuff down. We need to do some research on how these gardens work. So, 3 types of gardens. Temperate gardens. And the only thing you can do with temperate gardens is turn them into more temperate gardens and eventually get exploration points from them. That's what it's saying, at least. In a seed extractor. By throwing fertilizer in them, you slowly improve your number of gardens. Oh, but there's uses for them. Okay, I'm sorry. What am I thinking? So, temperate gardens produce wheat. Let's make this right. Wheaten seeds. Tianatin seeds. Tianatin seeds. Ocaranomi seeds. Ocaranome? I don't know what that is. Quinoa seeds. Quinoa. Which is a real thing, I know at least. I don't know what the rest of these are. Are these all real things? Candelian seeds. That's it. And tokens. And those are all outputs. So, 1 temperate garden in 300 seconds. I'm not going to care that much about... I'm just trying to figure out the ratios, not the timing, so let's ignore that. Well... No, I'm just trying to figure out the path that these take. Or you could turn it into 32 exploration or compost. Which is probably a bad idea. Or if I have a better garden, I can turn them into more of those different seeds. And not exploration. or just replenish. Okay, deserts are again produced. You add fertilizer and you make more deserts. And produce a very small amount of exploration tokens. But do they have different yields? Or they produce different things? They do, they produce completely different things. Banafrin seeds. Prime Diadilian seeds? Diadilian? I don't know how to say it. Nil aubergine seed. Zelo squash seed, and Arumbophilia seed. Anything else? No. And it's same rate, same. No, it isn't. It's different numbers. 1.5, 0.25, and the same exploration tokens. So it's a bit less of everything, but it's different things entirely. Okay, and swamp gardens can again be produced infinitely from 1 with enough fertilizer. What is fertilizer, by the way? Should I be... Fertilizer is compost and urea. Urea is ammonia and carbon dioxide, and ammonia is nitrogen, hydrogen, and red metal catalyst, which we could make right now. Or nitrogen, hydrogen eventually. Or blue cellulose. That's the same as it was before, I think. That's the exact same. There's any use for it in making this fertilizer. Okay, so swamp can also be used to make completely different stuff. One swamp garden can produce water 1 seeds, zombie cactus, zombie eucalyptus. That's zombie eucalyptus. Zombie eucalyptus. That's probably supposed to be a space. I'm not going to call it water 1 seed. I'm going to call it water seeds. Oh no, it is. It's water 1 seed and water 3 seed. Okay. Water 1 seed. And water 3 seed. And Nexaflax seeds. And mush red potato seeds. At 2, 1.5, 1.5, and 0.5, and 0.25. And the tokens. I should be looking and moving things around instead of just dwelling on this. Let's go deal with this. Otherwise, we'll have these sitting idle because I didn't set them up to go forever. Power's nice and good. Oh. Alright. Is there any way to convert between gardens? Because right now we've only seen desert gardens. Let's start with that then. So, binifran. Now you can produce binifran in multiple ways from binifran from different desert gardens. Okay. Or from full binifran. But binifran itself is only one thing. Yeah. Okay, let's just start with the desert, because I don't know if we're ever going to get the other two. So, binifran. One seed becomes one compost, which is boring. Or, so 5 seeds, 10 sand, and 50 water become 35 binifran. And what's the point of binifran? To make more compost. To make beans. 10 binifran makes 6 beans. Or to make seeds. So 10 binifran makes 5.5 seeds. Does that work out to be virtuous? So 5 seeds is 35, and then 35 is more than 5 seeds. Yeah! So we need to get that cycle going as fast as we can, assuming beans are of use. So that's the one that's important. What are beans for? Beans... 10 beans give 80 nutrient pulp. Or 10 beans give 30 raw vegetable oil. Vegetable oil. Okay, nutrient pulp. Nutrient pulp. $100 nutrient pulp becomes fuel oil. Well, 40 fuel oil. Acetone gas and synthesis gas. And that's our entry into the oil system, I think, getting that fuel oil, because you can turn that apparently into light oil. No, we don't want to do that. We could turn that into methane, and from methane we have everything else. Well, relatively. Turn directly into solid fuel. You can make steam with it. Make diesel fuel. Solid fuel, and then lots of synthesis gas and residual gas. Okay, do other things end up going that same direction? And actually, what does the nutrient pulp do? Oh no, that was one we followed. The beans make raw vegetable oil, and raw vegetable oil gets filtered into actual vegetable oil and nutrient pulp, which we already looked at. And actual vegetable oil, actually, was there other things? Just a higher, just ceramic. So actual vegetable oil becomes fuel oil. So we'll have to work out what's the best thing to do. It also gives you a base mineral oil. $70 fuel oil, 30 base mineral. And base mineral does many things. Well, no, base mineral doesn't do many things. It does lubricant. And produces residual gas. Okay, that's the binafran. But it needs sand also to make that. That's gonna be annoying. What about the primadelian? Primadelian. Okay, it also needs sand. And I'm assuming it also has a virtuous recipe that lets you make more. Yeah. Okay, makes corn, which just goes a different direction. So I'm not gonna write it all down now, but it goes to nutrient pulp, but it also makes this fermentation base. Fermentation base is how you make acetic acid and ethanol. Which gets you into this whole cellulose acetate. Alright. Okay, backing up. So corn, that direction. This becomes nil aubergine, which becomes dormant nil aubergine seeds, which you have to wake up by placing them in a field. But the actual potatoes, or nil aubergines, become pips and crystal dust, which was what I was really interested in. That they have a byproduct that's crystal dust. What are pips for? Pips become oil. Yeah. Okay, I should write this down. So binafran. Okay, let's go back all the way to Desert Garden, binafran, beans. So binafran, the end result is either nutrient pulp and vegetable oil. I will one day learn how to spell vegetable oil right the first time I use it, which essentially just becomes fuel. This goes to corn, which becomes fermentation base. And nutrient pulp. And the major product there is acetic acid. I like how everything can go to compost, so that like if you're not ready to go to oil, you can just throw away all the extra byproducts. Okay, these are another vegetable oil pulp, but they also produce gust. Everything becomes pulp, I think, and vegetable oil, and crystal dust. Okay, the squash. Which need fertilizer, so they're more complicated. Farm with desert upgrade. Interesting. Oh, they make cellulose. Oh, that's convenient. So we can stop making it from algae and instead make it from farming, which makes sense. Nobody is wearing. The clothes you're wearing are not made of algae, you know. So Zello squash becomes, well, its first major byproduct will be cellulose fiber. Right? Yeah. And the fruits become fermentation-based and nutrient pulp, just like corn. Okay. And these Arumba Phyllas, which also need fertilizer. Do they all need fertilizer? I thought they didn't. I thought the corn one was... No, that doesn't need fertilizer. So this one, though, produces that, which creates nuts and corn and crystal dust. So more crystal dust here. And the corn, we know, goes on to become fermentation base. And nutrient pulp. What are the nuts for? Vegetable oil. Alright. Let me see if the other gardens are different. Like, I want to know, am I losing something by not having swamps? So they produce water ones, which is a weird name. Water ones are produce nuts. Or water one seeds. We already know about nuts. We can deal with them. Zombie eucalyptus after eucalyptus makes beans. Water 3 is leaves. Leaves are new. So water 3 is just another way of getting nutrient pulp. Next to flax is again leaves and dust. Yep. Fruits and pips and alien bacteria. Okay, that's new. Fruits are, we know what to deal with. Pips, we know what to deal with. But this alien bacteria, we're only getting those from swamps. Okay, let's look at the temperate. So wheaten becomes wheat, which becomes corn, which we know how to deal with. TNN becomes cellulose, which seems really convenient. Does this need fertilizer to make the TNN? No. So this would be the ideal way of making cellulose fiber, probably. Okay. Acarinomes. Dormant Temp 3 seed. I'm guessing this is still all from the alpha. Lots of leaves and cellulose. Quinoa is fruits and pips. Candalian is more crystal dust. Okay, so with the exception of the alien bacteria from swamps, it's not overly beneficial to switch which type of garden you have. Everything kind of works its way to the same stuff. So I'm not feeling too bad if I don't get the other gardens, but I'm hoping we do, just for the increased variety of stuff. Sorry if that took forever. I'm hearing your pain, but I wanted to figure out how this works. Why can't I make that? No steel. And this is going strong. Good. That's what I want to see. I come back to something without paying attention to it for 10 minutes, and they're still full. It's still all fully powered. This is stopped, of course. How are we doing on wood? Lots of wood there. You know, let's get this going again, if only just to have some brown algae on hand. I'm guessing we ran out of iron here. Yeah. Um, we have nothing to use paste on yet, so there's no point in looking at it. Do I care about these? I might. Last time we got this lithium chloride and like never used it the entire game. I don't think we had a single use for lithium chloride. But maybe they're changing things up now. Chemical furnace. Let's get a warehouse, sure. Okay, now that we have all this slag backed up, let's go make a few more circuits. Because nothing I just talked about can have any impact at all until we get some green science going. Why do I have that? No, must have clicked wrong. We were gonna put that clarifier back. Let's do that. What am I looking for? Clarifier. So these are all backed up. Only on one side though. Now it doesn't matter. Extra charcoal in the system won't hurt. Lack of mineralized does hurt, but what can we do about that? How are we doing on sulfur? We have plenty of sulfur. Not a concern. Mineralized is still the main problem over here. Even really close on, we don't have enough mineralized production. We need to double this, but I've been reluctant to put more strain on my power. What is going on right there? Were we having troubles? Oh, they were backing up, of course. Backing up with the slag I just picked up. So I don't know what the bioprocessor does. There's all these things we didn't actually figure out all the details of this. So we can make compost from like everything, from green algae. That might be the better way to approach that. Just make a green algae making a ton of compost. But I think my main takeaway here, I was thinking that that gardening might be a way of getting crystal dust as a way, like our primary method by which we would gain mineral sludge. But no, this is all the introduction to oil, so we don't need to worry about it yet. Instead, we'll focus on the geodes that seem like they are much more intended as the primary means of moving towards better mineral production. Yeah, I don't know why I'm trying to load solder into there. That's the wrong thing. And it is going that way. Okay. So we're going to be producing a very small number of these. Let's switch this over to bobmonium now. Oops. Unfortunately, this perimeter is still not very walkable. I can't get through that, so I have to go all the way to the left, and then up, and then back to lay out more windmills. At least for being able, we're actually, okay, so last time we tried to make windmills, we had 8 of these only, and 2/3 of the rock coming off of it was going off to feed these algae farms. Now we have the entire block of 12 feeding just this one crystallizer, and I'm surprised that it can't keep up. These crystallizers are pretty, yeah. Let's actually work that out, that ratio out. That's worth looking at. At 200 mineralized water for just this. That's terrible. Let's figure out how much better off we'd be if we switched over to just using the slag, which we can do. It's just, it'd be annoying. I just want to know. Yeah, okay. Let's do this. We'll figure out the amount of ore we're getting per crushed stone, per slag. Sure. So 1 slag. One slag is producing 2 crushed stone. Okay, so 10 crushed stone become 100 mineralized. So 1 slag is 10 divided by 2 times that. No, other way around. 2 equals 2 divided by 10 times that is 20 mineralized. And 200 mineralized is 1.8 ore. So same deal. So that only is yielding. Wow, that's bad. Okay, so 1 slag is equal to 0.18 ore. Alternatively, way we're eventually gonna do this. Well, no, this not the eventual way, because we don't have geoprocessing yet. But if we were to just go directly from slag to slag slurry, so 1 slag, 5 slag is 50 slag slurry. So that's 10 slag slurry, which turns into, well, 50 slurry is 50 sludge. And 25 sludge is 1 ore. Okay, so we're going to be roughly doubling our ore per slag when we switch over doing it this way. We should get that, like, happening, like, soon. Let's get this going again. That's going fine. These are both filling up again. Power is awesome. We haven't really seen much improvement in our windmills just because it happens to be a not very windy day, which is a shame. Let's go out some more. Yep. Up to 248. The number we're aiming for is 320. If I get 320 windmills, I'm gonna be happy to move on to do other things. We'll start spending. We'll start trying to improve our mineral generation. You know, it might be easier to leave this kind of like the way it is and go out the top here and then start doing mineral like right there. I can see doing that. I always have trouble getting through here. It doesn't seem like I should, but it does give me some troubles. No backup? Nope. No, don't do that. Well, we'll go pick up some wooden bricks in a moment. That needs more. We'll need to steal some alginic acid to it at some point. Make that work again. No, don't burn that. Burn carbon. Where's carbon? We actually need lead down there, or tin down there more. We kinda just need tin more in general. Let's switch this back to tin. Alright. I don't even know why I'm bothering to get the these. We're not anywhere close to using this. Oh. You get that steel going again. Any noticeable impact at all? Not really. A few more windmills doesn't do much. We added what, another 10% windmills? Doesn't seem to have much of an impact on power generation. Oh well. Did I mess up? That doesn't look right. No, this is fine. Let's just fill up this block and then we'll go on to do something else. So 3 more windmills. Because placing windmills is boring. Having to babysit this little mining area. One. Three. Oh. No, that was right. This one's wrong. There we go. Some of them, I knew something was wrong with that. It looked weird, but now it's a little better. It would so help if this was not flashing red all the time. Alright. We got rid of our sulfur production, didn't we? Do we still want to do it that same way? I mean, eventually we're gonna need the... I'm trying to think about how we're gonna plan out our next thing. Might be easy. Might make more sense to build up the power out next. I like that. I don't know. We'll see. That's another time, though. I think I'm going to stop here for the day. So thank you, everyone, for watching. My name is Michael Young, and this is Factorio using this C-Block mod pack.